Hey, what's up? I'm Angie. This is New Path Tarot. Today we're going to do a reading that is going to be intended for your future. So I'm going to give you 3 different cards to choose from that are tarot cards, but the messages are actually going to be from different angel decks that I have. And so they're going to be messages from your angels for your future, but using tarot cards to discern which pile. So go ahead, close your eyes, take a deep breath while I select these cards. That way it'll help you really attune to the different piles to make sure that you're selecting the right one. And who knows, there can be messages for you contained within multiple piles. But just to kind of pick one to start with, we're going to go ahead and use these tarot cards. So we have the Two of Pentacles as your pile 1, people. The Magician for pile 2. And 2 of Cups for pile 3. I'm going to hold all 3 of them up and give you a moment to use your intuition to tap in here to pick the card to start with. Pile 1, 2 of Pentacles, pile 2, Magician, and pile 3, 2 of Cups. Take a moment, take a breath, and then the timestamps will be in the description box and in the comments section below. Alright, let me put these to the side and make sure I have them in the right order so that I can recall the piles accurately later. 2 of Pentacles. Alright, so let me go ahead and start shuffling. We're using the Fallen Angel Oracle cards to start with. These are messages for your future from the angels. Okay, messages for pile 1 regarding their future, things that they need to know about in the present day to help them in their future. Okay, we have travel. The one that fell on the floor is celebration. Well, that sounds good. And honesty. Okay, the first thing that came to me with travel, the very first thing was like, ooh, travel, like thinking going on a vacation or something. But then the very second thing that came to me was travel to a person. So it's not really the travel that's significant, it's who you're going to, not where you're going per se. And when and I'll hold these cards up now while I'm talking, by the way. I was going to select more, but let me just take a moment here to use these first. Okay, so the Fallen Angel Oracle cards have, by the way, they're taken in a cemetery. The pictures were taken of different statues in a cemetery, so they are a little bit darker of imagery, but I think it's a gorgeous deck, so I wanted to use it today. Traveling to a particular person, celebration when you get there, when you're spending time with them. And with honesty coming out, it's like there needs to be a level of honesty between the two of you. There needs to be conversations that need to be had that I think need to happen in person. It's not something that does well over the phone or through FaceTime or whatever kind of app you use to communicate with this person. This is somebody that you need to have a face-to-face conversation with in your future. So if you already know that this needs to happen, it needs to happen. Let me just tell you really quickly, life is too short. You never know when it's going to be too late to talk to somebody. So I know this from personal experience. You can know that somebody is going to cross over anytime now, and it's still not good enough. Okay? Guardian angel popped out as I was talking about that. I consider this person who I was referring to who passed over to be a guardian angel for me. And I had a reading recently that confirmed that. They picked up on this person's energy and said, this is one of my guardian angels. So you don't want to wait to have a conversation with this person when they're your guardian angel. It's a little too late. So that wasn't really like a card for you guys. That was more just kind of setting my point home. One card is for yours is friendship. So it doesn't matter if this is a romantic thing or not. At the very core of your connection with this person, there's a friendship there. And that's what's important. Okay? Freedom. So freedom with this person, freedom in general. But this person gives you a feeling of freedom when you're with them. You feel, this is a person that when you're with them, it doesn't matter how much time has passed. You pick up where you left off. It's like you guys are clearly soul family. And when you're not incarnated on this life, you're literal best friends. If this person does happen to pass before you, they will be a guardian angel for you. That's how close of a soul connection you two have. So, and romance, it's highly possible that if not in this current life, there is a romantic connection between you two. In general, like maybe other lives you've lived or something, even if it isn't this current incarnation. And if that makes you go bleh, then it's funny because who knows how many past lives we've lived with all these people that we've come into contact with, you know? Don't get hung up on the romance card if it's a family member or a friend, is all I'm saying. Point of my story is this is somebody you're very close to. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. You have to go see this person or they have to come to see you. But if you're waiting on them to come see you, don't wait anymore. You go see them as soon as humanly possible. Okay. Manifestation and blessings. So if you don't know how you're going to make it happen, either financially or for whatever reason, figure it out. Manifest it. Put it out there to the universe. Like, okay, this needs to happen. I need to be able to take time off. I need to be able to afford it. I need these blessings to come in to make this happen. Whatever needs to be done, make it happen so that you're able to see this person. Okay? So that's it for you guys, pile one. I know that it was a very specific message. I hope that it resonated for you in that you have somebody in mind that it's ringing true for. Otherwise, you can always select another pile and see what comes up in there. But otherwise, I'll see you guys on another reading. I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile 2 now. Okay, pile 2. Your card was Magician. Okay, so you guys, the Magician card is a manifestation card to start with. Let's see what you guys are manifesting in your next, who knows, what, weeks, months? I wouldn't say years because I don't really read years out unless you happen to see it years later. Who knows how the world's going to be years from now though, you know? Exhaustion. Okay. Exhaustion. I feel exhausted just reading the word exhaustion, honestly. The word itself imbues exhaustion. Okay, change and travel. So pile 1 got travel also, but yours is change and travel, and exhaustion together almost sounds to me like a change of job or a change of residence. Like, so you're not traveling somewhere for vacation or luxury. You're traveling because you're relocating. Is a potential here. Refreshment. Ooh, I like that. It pairs well with exhaustion. Because after the exhaustion comes the refreshment. So it's not to say your future is not going to have some exhaustion to it still. I don't want to like sugarcoat it for you and be like, oh yeah, everything's going to be fine. You're going to be so refreshed. Not necessarily. However, I will say that even though you might have exhaustion, you're also going to have your refreshment, whatever that means to you. Okay, so let me get some more cards for you guys and get more of a clear picture here. Okay, we have meditation. Finding time to meditate even if you're busy is really important. You guys are the unfortunate group that gets to listen to my spiel about meditation because I was waiting for it. I did another reading earlier that was a general reading and it didn't come up. And I was like, I guess everybody got off easy today listening. But your pile gets to hear my spiel really quick. I'll try not to drag it out. One more card, and then I'll tell you about my little meditation thing. Archangel Michael. Okay. I work with Michael if I'm doing cord cutting stuff. So that might be significant to you. A cord cutting. You might need to cut cords from something, be it a job or a situation. Could even be a person. I mean, people usually think of cord cuttings for people only. That's why I'm saying, like, you might have to cut it with something. You might have some attachments going on. This is stuff I don't generally talk about. Like, I don't like to just throw stuff out there and then be like, okay, well, have a nice day. It requires more of an in-depth conversation, but I feel like I should throw it out there to you because if it feels like it's right, if you're like super exhausted all the time and you can't attribute it to something, like it's not, you're waking up in the middle of the night a lot and it's not this and it's not that, and you're just like, I'm exhausted and I have no freaking idea why, and I've tried to alleviate it and nothing's working, it could be attachments. So if you want to talk about that more, we can talk about that. However, meditation and Archangel Michael, you can do a meditation to cut cords without even knowing what the heck they are, and just intend that your aura be clear and clean, and that you're, clearing out your chakra system. That way, from an energetic perspective, you're replenished and you are clear. Okay, so that was just really quick. Meditation, I want to tell your group, because you got the card, that I figured out, okay, how do I even word this? When we meditate, there is a specific state of meditation that you achieve, and it could literally take 2 seconds. You don't even need to meditate for a long time. But once you come out of that state, you'll know. And you'll be like, oh wow, I just successfully meditated. And I do mean successfully loosely, because I think if you're just meditating in general, you're meditating. And therefore you're good. You're doing your job. It doesn't have to be this certain state that I'm about to talk about, that if you're not doing it right, Let me show you this meme because it applies to you guys. I was going to show it to whatever group got the meditation. I know you can't read it. It's Oprah, obviously. It says, person who has never meditated, quote, I can't meditate. I can't empty my mind. And then this is the reaction of me. Like, wait, you don't meditate, so you're saying you can't meditate. Meditation is a practice. It is something that you do literally daily, ideally, like literally sit here and go home, whether it be a guided meditation, whether it be, just literally sitting quietly, whether it be after you finish a yoga class and you're laying in Shavasana and you're just like, ugh, because that's how it happens for me a lot, is meditation is the state of being nowhere, like literally nowhere at all, and you're in timelessness, spacelessness. It feels like all the time in the world has passed at once, yet no time has passed at once. Like, it's both. It's this conundrum of literally this place of outside of all reality. And that's the point. That's what you're trying to achieve, because it doesn't matter. Like I said, it could take 2 seconds. It doesn't matter how long you're in that state. The point is achieving that state. So if you're doing the dishes and you achieve that state, you did it. Yay, congratulations. If you're driving down the car, and I don't suggest you meditate while driving, but if you're driving down the road in your car and you achieve that state, congratulations, you did it. The point is to do this every day and to do it intentionally, not accidentally. And so, because you guys got the meditation card, I feel it's important that everybody goes, oh yeah, I know, I should meditate. No, I'm serious, you should meditate. It's like good for your health. I know I sound really preachy right now, but I'm just saying, I'm going to pull some more cards for you guys. I'm just saying that attempting to meditate is going to work wonders for you, your group in particular. And I mean it, attempting to meditate. Even if you're like, I can't meditate, I don't meditate, I'm just saying, your group in particular, okay? Healing. It will be healing for you. I'm not kidding. I'm saying your group particularly. I would say it to everybody, but I mean it for you guys, like supercharged. Okay. Children. I don't know what, you know better than I do what children has to do, whether you have children or you want children or children are a factor in your life, in your future. And 2 more cards and then I'll be done with selecting cards. Intention and nature. Maybe meditating in nature is better for you than trying to meditate like in your home. So make a point to maybe go on a walk, because walking is good for you if you walk every day. Being sedentary is no bueno. We all need to get up and move around more if you're not already. If you have a sitting job, if you're sitting at home, especially now that a lot of people are working from home, we're sitting more. So going outside, if you're in a part of the country where the weather's still tolerable, and even if not, suck it up, get outside, do your meditation purposely. I love multitasking. I personally love to do like 8 things at once. So I will be listening to like a reading of somebody that I follow. At the same time, I'm writing notes for something that I got inspired to do. Then I'm like, oh, I'm going to meditate now. So then I meditate. Then I'm like, okay, now I'm going to do this. And oh, grocery list. And oh, like all within the span of my walk. So then the next part with intention, I'm getting very clearly, because you guys got your magician, you guys were the magician card. You set an intention, it's going to happen. You guys are powerful people. So if you're wanting something, if you're like, you draw a line in the sand and you're like, I've had enough of this, I don't want this anymore, or I do want this, I want it really bad, whatever it is you guys set your mind to, you're going to get it. So I think it's time for you all to get serious about manifesting that which you are wanting, especially if it has anything to do with children. Like say you have children and you want something for them. You're like, you know what I really want for my kids? This. You put that intention out there and you get it. There was something that I was going to share. It's like, man, it's not going to come to me, is it? It's like, my intuition is telling me it's not going to come to me. It's something like when you say, I need milk. And you're like, I need milk, I need milk, I need milk. It's like a tape running in the back of your head. That way you aren't going to forget about it until you have milk in the fridge. You're low on milk, you need milk. It's a broken record playing in your mind that you need milk. Okay, fine. Do that with your intentions. You say, I want this thing. Let it be playing in the background of your mind until you achieve that thing. Even if you have no idea how you're going to achieve it. And you can even do this in your meditation. You're like, I want to meditate with the focus of me aligning myself to get this thing, whatever it is. Okay. And because you got Archangel Michael, I'd go so far as to say, employ Archangel Michael. And I do mean that literally with employ, like petition Archangel Michael on your behalf to help you achieve or attain this thing. And if not Michael, then say whichever deity or spirit or whatever is most in alignment with me achieving this thing or these things. And do one at a time if you want. Say today it's going to be this, then it's going to be that, then it's going to be that. And that's what I have for you guys for how to operate in your future, because I can see how this is going to pan out. Is if you start doing this like with purpose, it's going to turn into something. And you're going to basically just be manifesting powerhouses coming up. All right? Okay, that's it for you guys, pile 2. And if you want to hear what I say, pile 3, then stay here. Otherwise, I'll see you guys another time. All right, pile 3, 2 of Pentacles. What's up? You guys are really good at multitasking, like me, right? I say I'm good at it. I could be better at what I see. If I give myself a bunch of things to multitask, I'm great at those things. But then we have to talk about priorities. And am I multitasking the correct things? That's a story for another day. We'll see. Does that apply to you as well? You're like, yeah, I'm good at multitasking as well. But am I doing the right things? I don't know. Okay, harmony. Harmony. What else do we have for your future? Pile 3. Let me shuffle these a little bit better. There we go. Abundance. Love it. Serenity. I want to be pile 3. Can I be you guys? Your future looks great so far. Do you even have any difficulties in your life at all? Divine guidance. Ooh. Okay, let's put that over to the side because that is important. Okay, what are we doing here? Get out my other angel cards. Future for pile 3. Here we go. Spirit of nature. So pile 2 got nature also from the other deck. But spirit of nature. Empathy. So you guys are probably empaths. Resonate with the empath title. Wisdom. With wisdom comes the divine guidance. We can't draw wisdom from ourselves. I mean, we can, but I'm just saying, if you really want to supercharge your wisdom, you couple it with divine guidance. History. Okay. History feels connected to empathy and spirit of nature for some reason. Okay, one more. If it's meant to be. If not, then it won't come out. Any more cards? Yep, there we go. I knew there would be one. Caution. Okay. It says caution, but I literally heard throw caution to the wind. It's like maybe you're a cautious person in general, or you have tendencies to be cautious about things, and it's saying don't do that because it's kind of holding you back. And it feels like you're getting guidance, you're getting spirit nudges to not be cautious about something, but you're still being reserved anyways. So don't negate the divine guidance that you get with being cautious. Like, don't allow yourself to be held back based on maybe things that have happened in the past. Because remember, this is a future reading. So let's say something comes up for you here in the near future that normally you'd be cautious about. I'm saying self-check, double check. Be like, am I being too cautious about this thing? I don't know what this thing is. One thing I want to tell you, this feels like the Tower card. And when I get the Tower card, I always say to people, I don't know what the Tower card is talking about. I hardly ever get an intuitive message with the Tower card that says this is what the Tower is about today. I always give it. I'm like, oh, you got the Tower, let's talk about this. Something's gonna happen in your future that's gonna be uncomfortable probably for you. In one case, it was this person's dog got ill. Their dog made it through, but they did have to take the dog to the vet. It had to have a surgical procedure. It cost a lot of money. In another instance, it was the person's car breaking down. And then they called me to follow up and they said, okay, so this is what the Tower was about. It was this. And then they're like, now I want you to read into this and say, should I chunk a bunch of money into this car, or should I buy a new car? And if so, should I buy this expensive brand new car that has a wait list, or should I just buy something to get me through for the next few years? So we broke it down and we figured out the details. Keep the current car, put money into it, get a new car that's mid-range here, or go all out. This is the thing, is I had no idea what that tower was at the time, and I have no idea what your caution is about at the time. But what I'm getting is, when it comes up, and I will say we should read into it more when the tower for you guys does come up, but until that time, when it does come up, don't be cautious about the situation. Go big. And that wasn't the advice I gave the one lady about her car. We went with go mid-range. But in your case, I'm saying go big, whatever it is. So I definitely would suggest looking into it more at that time. With empathy, a message I'm getting for you guys for some reason is sometimes your empathy causes you to be, it's like you feel so much that sometimes it feels like your intuition gets cut off. So you're unable to hear those spirit messages for yourself. I think you get messages for other people, maybe even too much. Sometimes you're picking up on other people's stuff so much that it floods your own. And so you have to have the wisdom to know, I'm using your keywords from your cards, you have to have the wisdom to know what's yours and what's somebody else's. And oh, by the way, if you're getting everybody else's messages and you're not even getting, like, you're not doing this as work, this isn't your job, like you work a regular job but you're also just getting messages for people all the time, maybe you're in the wrong line of work. Maybe you are supposed to be doing this full time, and it's spirits telling you, like, hey, by the way, you can be a lot more abundant, you could be in harmony with your life if you're living your life doing this type of work and not sitting here trying to be normal and play it safe. Hypothetically, if your tower moment is something that goes wrong with your job, that's really nudging you. So, like, let's say you have a falling out with a coworker or a boss or an employee, or let's say, like, just anything with the job goes haywire, it really could be indication that it's time to start doing a spiritual career in your future. Okay? You guys got the Two of Cups. As my closing message for you, I'll just say, a lot of times this can be a relationship. A lot of times it can be something contractual. It just feels like there's something coming up in your future that has to do with some kind of contract or some kind of melding of two different things. I mean, that is what a contract is, right? If you think about it, it's like two different things coming together in a succinct way. I don't even know if that made sense, but that's how I'm viewing it, is like two people agreeing on something is what I'm getting for this card. So I don't know, you'll know better than me what that was talking about, but in the meantime, like I said that because that's your future, you might already know about it. If you're debating if you should sign a contract or not, I'm getting a yes. So I'm going to leave you guys with that, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye.